Me. There we go. How's everyone doing? Welcome to Keep On Growing. Let's see. I've got YouTube in here and anybody from Facebook. One person give me a little thumbs up if y'all can hear me. And we'll get going. Don't forget the bamboo paper towels. Will do. Hey, who else we have here? La Huerta Verde. How are you doing this evening? And TNS. How are you? Good evening. Today I'm gonna take y'all into my Facebook group. If any of you aren't in there, a lot of you are, but there's like 22,000 group members. But I want to show you guys what a fantastic group of people it is. Show you what some other people are growing. Becca, how are you doing? Good evening. And show you there's a lot of, I do mostly hydroponics and everything, but there's people in our group. They do hydroponics and they do traditional gardening and they help each other out. So we're going to go in there. And if you guys have any questions about anything along the way, just put it in the chat and we'll go ahead and go over some of that. But there might be a lot of things inside that group that you guys have some questions. And there was someone, I think he just went in there. We'll see it in a minute. There's Becca, Michigan. How are you doing? How's the weather up there, Bruce? We just started raining again. It's been going on and off. I'm in North Florida. So when the storm went up to Georgia and just kind of stalled there. So we keep getting these outer bands. It keeps going dark and light, and raining and stopping. And it stopped raining during the day. And if you guys have saw my earlier post with the microgreens, and I was asking if I should harvest them. So I decided to harvest half of it because that's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying eat it or do half and let half of it grow. And I took it out there to film it. So that video is coming, but it's not going to be the best quality because the sun kept going in and out and I'd get my camera set up, the exposure set right. And the clouds were moving really fast. So you get your exposure set right and everything. And I'd go around, start doing my video, and then the wind would blow the clouds out and it'd be bright. Then it'd covered up. Then it was going like really dark and really light, not like just a little cloud cover. You imagine what's after a tropical storm. So, that video is not going to be the best, but I'm still going to put it out because I want to share it with y'all. What do you got in that bad today? Oh, 76 is awesome. We're going to be close to 94, I think, tomorrow. So dog days of summer, I guess. And let me go ahead and pop the group up here. If you guys don't know, I've got a group, a Keep On Growing group, and people going over there. And like I said, they just share. So we're going to go through there. I'm going to make myself smaller. Let's see if I can, where am I? Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's because it's popping me up. And then we'll be able to see. So I'll check back and forth through the chat once in a while because when I click over here to start scrolling through the group, I can't see the chat. So I'll come back and forth. But we're going to go ahead and get right into it. This is Neil Kasamoto. And Neil might come on here one night or whatever, but these are the tomatoes he's been growing. He's got this little trippy 3D thing going on with his tomatoes, but those look pretty cool. That's awesome. And I'm not sure if Neil grew that with the buckets like we did or in hydroponics. I forget, Neil. You have to remind me. There's so many people in here. Oh, it's for our online course. These are my posts. I'm going to skip over because you guys have probably seen those in the feed. Oh, here. This is Slim Man. I don't know what his real name is, but I think he's in France. If you read the post, yeah, south of France. And he contacted me and he was asking me some questions about the tomatoes and that. And basically, if you guys know me, I'm cheap and easy and we try to do things just, I try not to make it too difficult. So when we put our buckets together and we use the master blend and we've got tomatoes growing, I use the master blend tomato formula and I start with it and I use it throughout the grow. There's a lot of people that will start with it, they'll use something else, or if they start with the general hydroponics maxi grow, then they have to add maxi bloom once you start the fruit. But all I do is put the master blend in and just do that through my whole grow. So the videos that you saw where I have tomatoes and that on it, I just do the one simple thing. So if you're going to try and change things up, or if you're having problems and you might need more phosphorus or calcium or something, what you can do is I told him to go into the group, and that's what he did. He went on over to the group and he asked a question. And if you guys like, I get hundreds and thousands of questions, every week, and sometimes hundreds a day between comments and all that. If you guys can't get in contact with me, this group's pretty cool. You can go on over there. And what he did was he went in and he posted a couple pictures and he put his question about pH up and pH down. And then people come on there and see there's 14 people answered. Will come on here and start giving their opinion on stuff that they did. And then you can answer back and forth. So I think that's pretty cool. They're all in there helping each other in that. And let's see, I think this week, this was like all the new members this week. We had that many people. Hey, Keely, how you doing? Joining. So we had a lot of people join last week. Let's see. Wow. Okay, there we go. And there's Tony welcoming everybody. All right, so we've got Ronald. What I'll do is I'll go through the feed here and show you a couple, what people are doing and growing, just give you an idea. And we'll go over to the media over here and I'll show you the pictures, and that way you can kind of get a real good idea. But here's some, like if somebody just has a question, like Jason Ricks just came on here. Anyone have any suggestions for a grow light that can stick on their kitchen cabinet? And like I said, and then people are popping on here and giving them answers. Susan just planted out some with the microgreen grower, and she had these are a little sparse. She was asking if it was all right, so she had a question and went on there. I think I answered her on that, but that's pretty cool. Oh, these adapters. I didn't give anything away last night. Oh, we gave away Keely's rock, and I'm gonna mail that to Juliana. Down under fella, how you doing? Bruce King. Yo, Billy, what's up? And I saw Keely, Lisa. How are you doing? AR. Who else did I miss up here? Did I say Too Spooked? I'm going to be going through this before we get started, and I'll forget like last night. Let me go ahead and get the drawing, since there's about 30 people in here. If anybody wants the little adapter, I'm going to go ahead and give that away right at the beginning so you guys don't wait around all night and then I'll forget. Tracy, what's up? So how many of y'all think I should give away? Like 1, 2, 3? Put in chat how many of y'all want 1, 2, 3, 4. And put in the chat how many you want. And I'm going to go over and get the StreamYard giveaway tool. And we'll think of a hashtag to put up. Y'all give me a hashtag to put up too. Let's see, StreamYard. Give me 1 second. Like I said, I'm not prepared. I had to close everything down and start all over again because everything was set up fine. I was about to start streaming, and then it said it can't find my microphone, and it had been on for like hours. All right, here it is. All right, we're going to switch from Facebook to giveaway tool. All right, so we're going to do that right off the bat. 2, somebody wants 4, 4, 5, 5. I thought it was about editing. Well, tonight's not about editing. We're doing things different every night. Editing was just to kind of give people an idea of what goes into editing. And more of that's going to be inside of my course, the free course that I'm giving away. So I was just letting people know what goes into editing and to give them an idea, because some people have never done that. So if you guys want to do that, if I come on here every night and we just edit, people are going to revolt. Somebody was cussing at me last night. So I think that's pretty funny. Keela took care of that. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 4. Hello, y'all. Hey, Beth, how are you doing? And that was Kathy. Did I say, hey, Lisa? 4, 4, 5. And I've got one mosquito in here. You know, had rain for days, and there's a lot of standing water now, and not too many mosquitoes. I'm surprised, but one just big, fast, relentless one came in when I was getting set up, and he's just been bothering me. So he's not going to be happy until he like bites me on the elbow or something. So if you guys just see me swatting, that's that mosquito coming after me. Jim 10, how are you doing? In general. So we got between 2, 4, 5, 5, 5. How about if I do 3? Does that make everybody happy? Beth said 3. So we're going to go with 3. Giveaway tool here. What's a good word? Somebody give me a word. I got to put a hashtag for everybody to ask. Text to match. Hashtag. Let's choose our live stream. Spying on my Facebook group. All right. That's set up. Awesome. Free 3. Free 3. Yep. Things got to be all together. What if we do free 3 all together? Will that confuse everybody? What if we do like that? Just go, and no capital, just free 3. How's that? Everybody try that, and I'll put start collecting comments and see if it will get it. So just put hashtag and free 3. This, oh, I'm sorry, this United States. I know there's some people, I got some Aussie friends now, and I'm going to figure out something about shipping afterwards, but basically just the United States. I fell down with the, oh, you went down to bok choy. Yeah, I saw your question about that, the bok choy, pak choy. And some people actually get upset with me. I just go pak choy because that's what was on the seed packet when I got it. I've been saying all these years, and they come on, they go, that's not pak choy, that's bok choy, or that's tot soy. And I'm like, all right, you know, here's the package, but free 3. Okay, you've got it. Beth, I think you got to do 3. You have to put it in just like I did. So this thing will recognize. I'll hit collect names in a minute, and it'll tell me how many it's got. So yeah, just like that, like TNS just did. Hashtag free 3. I know this is kind of hard. If you're on your mobile, you can't see that. So if you guys have saw what Too Spooked, here we go. Like that, hashtag free 3. And don't spell out 3 in that. So we got, and let me put start collecting names, and we'll see. Yeah, that's it, Beth. I'll put start collecting comments. And I think if you still add it in, they'll still keep going. So there's only 7, 8 people right now. And we'll give that a couple of minutes, and then I'll hit draw. So there's 35, 36 people in here. So if anybody wants 3 of these, hashtag free 3. And when we wait for 3 minutes, I think they got background music on here. Let's listen to Feeding the Ducks. I'll put us to sleep on it. Might have to load my own music in here. A little lo-fi. All right, Pam Sue, Tina, let me look on here. I can't see, my screen's too small. 12. We got 12 entries. Anika, TNS. And you only have to enter once. Cool giveaway for your information. I was looking online, Amazon and Etsy, to buy some of these. Awesome. Now I want to say one thing, and I'll make a video about this too. Be careful on Amazon, Etsy too. I put the files out for free for people to print their own. And some people are printing and selling them. And, you don't think of things. I'm just like, I want to help people. I went ahead and gave out like, I haven't done this one yet, but I gave out the files, and anyone knows how to 3D print can take it and modify it themselves and or print them. But there's been some people on Amazon, and I think the company, it says it's from China, and there's some others that are here, and it shows up with mine. If mine's on there, Amazon will put anything that's related, like, oh, you might like this too. And I actually ordered it. I've got them over in the thing. I'll do a video. But if you don't know anything about 3D printing, this is all in layers that's like millimeter, right? And some of them go down to like 1/10 of a millimeter, a couple millimeters, but it actually just prints out a millimeter, less than a millimeter, right, at a time, and it builds up. Now, the quality of these depends on how big of a nozzle you use, how much product's coming out, and how fast it's going. And the slicing, which is a program that you take it, they'll take this. You guys have seen where they'll take like an X-ray or sonogram or something, right? And they'll slice it, and they'll have all these slices. We do the same thing with these. A program takes it and slices it into layers. Now, I give out a file, the 3D object, and what they do is they take it and they put it into their slicing program, because different 3D printers take different slicing programs. And, I built mine because I wanted it durable, that it's going to last, make it sturdy. And, it's not as smooth. I didn't really want to make it smooth. And I want it to still look a little homemade. But somebody's been printing them and real bad quality. I mean, I'm a beginner, and this thing looked like 3 times worse than mine. And the problem is, I don't mind if people do that. When I uploaded the program, I still had my name on it. I put "keep on growing." It's like a little indentation right there. So I put that on there because we were selling these, and I thought that was pretty cool that I could design something, I could put my name on it and put it out there. And when I put the files up to give to people, it still had my name. Now, if they knew how to do the program, they could go in there really quick and take that off. They didn't bother doing that. They left my name on it. But when they put the pictures for Amazon, they turned it around the other way, so you couldn't see my name. So it didn't show my name on the picture on Amazon. But I ordered one just to see, because it looked just like mine. And I got it, and it says "keep on growing," and it's real crappy quality. These things are, you can tell the layers aren't really adhered really well, and that just makes me sad, that people would take that and do something that's not good quality. And the bad thing is that it's got my name on it now. So I've got to go back in and take those down, put those back in the program, take my name off, and the ones that I put out to the public for people to use, I got to remember to take my name off of them. So I haven't got all these uploaded yet, because I have to go back through all the ones I did already, and that's what the problem is. So if you guys order off Amazon and you get a crappy one or whatever, make sure it's not like for me. If it's for me, call me. Sometimes these things will break in the mail. They're kind of tough, but they're being thrown around with boxes that have 40 or 50 pounds in them too, in the back of a mail truck. And if you're anywhere in the United States, it might be going across on an airplane or something too. So if you get one and it's broken or something, make sure to let me know, because there's insurance on all of them, and I just get them all replaced. I use Thingiverse for my printing jobs. Mine use STL. Yeah, that's what I meant, an STL file. I gave the STL files out, but I've forgotten I just had my name on there. I didn't mind people printing them out, using them. And I just thought, if they printed something like that, even if it had my name on it, it's no big deal. But I never crossed my mind that there's different programs and different people that are printing them, and people out there that just don't care, and they'll print a real crappy product, and then it's going out. They're not using my name. They're not writing my name on Amazon itself. Well, when people get it in their hand and it feels, really rough and all of that, or breaks easily, then it's got my name on it. So that's just something else I got to deal with and go, where they say no good deed goes undone or something. So I use Thingiverse. All right, let's get ready to draw here. Let me see how many people are in here. Yes, it was keep on growing adapters. I looked on it. Yeah, yeah, I've got them on both of those. Like I said, so if you're on Amazon, just make sure it'll say it's from me. Otherwise, it'll say like it's from China or somewhere else. All right, 19 people. Everybody ready? I'll do like a countdown. I'll do 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. Draw. You see your names. You should see your names. Did you see your names go by? AR 519. Congratulations, you won some. And I'll send it out to you. Let me get my email up on here. And maybe towards the end of the stream, I'll go ahead and give away some more. How'll that be? And if anyone has any questions, you can always email me here too. I go through here. I try to get to all of them. I get tons of emails every day, but sometimes you can reach me here. Go ahead and tell me you're the one who won the adapters tonight. Email me there and we'll exchange information. All right, I'll leave that up for a second so y'all can see, and we'll get back over to congrats. Thank you. Everybody saying congrats. Cool. Arlene, congrats. Cool. Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks. Now let's see. Back like that. I'm going to get my Facebook thing back up here. So everybody's in the chat. Is anybody in the Facebook group? Let's just go right to the pictures. I did not see my name either. Y'all didn't? Mary Beth. I'll go through and count how many people did a hashtag, and it said there was like 19 people in there. And then if not, I'll go ahead and I can always have a drawing. See, to me, this is just easier. We come in here, we do this. When I have a drawing, and I can do it like on Gleam, and everyone has to go and they have to give their email, and you have to have all the rules and regulations and stuff like that. This is just a whole lot easier, but I can always set that up. Not yet, but I will shortly. Cool deal. And where did I see you a lot? Is it at Marty's? Are you at Marty's a lot? Or is it the Urban Gardener? I didn't see mine either. We'll go through. No, I don't have Facebook. Okay, well, it's just on Facebook. But pretty soon, I'm setting up. This is what we're going to have, the free course. And the people are asking about editing, learning how to put videos up and how to be a creator in that. I'm going to have that free course. I'm working on that over the weekend. We're going to get it started next week. Whether it's just me going on a live stream and starting to tell you, I'll give you an introduction and learn how to do it. And that's going to be on a different platform. And so you won't have to have Facebook, and you'll be able to get into there. So just contact me. If you're on YouTube, contact me and we'll get you into there. And everybody that answered yes on any one of those posts, when I get it set up, I'm going to go through there and start messaging people and let them know. And if not, if you are on Facebook, message me, because I can just put a tag for the online course. That makes it easy. I can just go right to those people and let them know first. I'm on Facebook. Cool. And rarely on Facebook. Check it out. Yeah, get on there once in a while. Facebook's still around. All right. Ready to go. Share screen. Let's go check it out. I'll show you all what you're missing. We don't need the audio on there. There we go. All right, so that's where we're at. Garden chat. Here's somebody, Becky. Becky might be on here sometime too. She had a little stuff down here, and that's looks like caterpillar poop. So she was asking what that was. You can tell she's got a little pool noodle there. Looks like, is that basil? Yep, basil. Here's Neil again. Made a cucumber. And here is, I don't know how to say that, is Zella. But they set up this pipe, and it's all hydroponics. There's a pump and a reservoir on the bottom. And I think they're the one who was setting up. That's the auto level thing, and it'll set off an alarm when it gets low. So if y'all go into the group, you can like check out stuff like that. Here's the rest of their yard, all kinds of stuff growing. Somebody else is doing 3D printing. There's the setup before everything started growing in. There's somebody else doing the microgreens like that. Now I'm gonna go on a media here. Hop back over and see if we can see it. Facebook too. Everybody's on Facebook. I'm now on Facebook. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Hi, Mike. Hey, what's up, Whitebird? Happy to pay for the wonderful products. Thank you for being generous in your time. Thank you. Thank you very much. I was watching you on YouTube, but switched over to Facebook. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're on both. I figure we can reach more people. That's why we're using this StreamYard, and I can just stream to 2 places at one time. You know what? I forgot that music was on. It was a little irritating. Unless y'all were enjoying it. Make myself small here. See if that's a little bigger. I keep forgetting it's landscape, but some people are watching on the mobile phone, and then that means this is only like really small. So all of those pictures are small. But let me just scroll through these real fast because we've had this group for like 6 or 7 years, and there's 20,000 people in there. So there's a lot of pictures. You can always go in and go back. You can, you don't have to take in everything in one night. We're definitely not getting through everything tonight. But I want to scroll through here and just show you like all the stuff. We'll just kind of go through it slowly. Tracy, I think that looks like your stuff, right? In there. You just posted. Just show you all the different things that people are doing in there. Here's the one where they were 3D printing the net cups, and you can see that they're silicone on there. That's a tower right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He went 5 high. Tomatoes. Who's growing tomatoes out there? See, and this is what when some people have, if you have issues in that, you can always come in here and ask. Or if you need to know what to do and need some advice on something. The cool thing is that other people, I live in Florida. We all have different environments. You might be in California or all the way up in Washington. And so you might have a different issue, and you can get on there, and there might be somebody in your area that's having like the same problem. There's somebody doing like fodder, I think, for livestock. Pretty cool. Yeah, but I'll go through real quick so you guys can kind of see. People are going to see those peppers, tomatoes, hillbilly, hydroponics. Made this stand-up one, reservoir with a wood top, PVC. Very cool. Here's somebody else. Like we said, grow bags. People are doing traditional gardening. That looks like an awesome garden right there. That's Ronald. Very good, Ronald. If you're in here, if you see it later. Sunflowers. Everybody loves sunflowers, right? Over 9 feet tall. So yeah, if you go through, see there's people are showing pump, how they're getting things set up. Dragonfly. It's one of the totes back here. A little duct tape. More tomatoes. Frank, that's Frank. He's got tomatoes all over the place. And peppers, cucumbers. So all kinds of things. Let's see what else everybody's up to. I'm going through this too. I don't get a chance to go through everything. So once in a while, I like to just come through here and eggplants. Check the comments here. Brand comments. Let's see. I have so many tomatoes. That's awesome. My crack key tomatoes. Hillbilly. Yeah, you talked to some people in the group, Hillbilly. That dragonfly was beautiful and creepy. Yeah, it was. Let's see. Arlene found and followed you on Facebook. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, thank all of you too. Like I said, this is everything's possible because of like everyone. I'm just one guy, and I learn a lot of stuff from other people doing this too. And we're just helping each other, and we come up with different ideas. Lots of the things that I do is just an idea that somebody somewhere along the way mentioned, and other people go on over and take the ideas. And that's why I want to show you this in the group, that you're going to notice that everyone's not doing everything just like me. And on my page, I do things a certain way, and lots of people get kind of confused. They come up and ask, can you do this or can you do that and can you do that? And you guys know that I'm just ABCs, one, two, threes, and it's just the beginner level. And so that's why I made this group, and I refer people over here because they can find other people that will help them. And it's a little easier than just finding random people on the internet or on other platforms, or you go to other videos and you leave a question and nobody's there to answer. So you can always go in this group, and there's always people around that are willing to help you out. What's that? Y'all tell me in the chat what that is, if you recognize it. And also tell me how to cook it. So here's one. See, they were having a problem with blossom end rot. And they're just going in there helping each other out. Aha, somebody got some beans. Carson got some beans. And the bean sprouts, I let some of those go to seed, and we collected them. Here's our living wall. And we had dried beans to grow another crop of bean sprouts. It's pretty cool. A scary sight. We do the good, the bad, and the ugly. This little container I just found on Amazon, threw some peas in it. These are speckled peas from, I want to say the Sprout House. Does that sound familiar? I can look it up on Amazon, but I got those on Amazon. Those things, like almost every one of them germinated, and I always got a good crop out of it. So I love that one. Somebody's got big lettuce. These are in socks. Mason jars look like they're in socks. But if y'all are in there, you can scroll through it yourself too. I know some people hate when, if I'm watching something and I saw something cool and then they just keep scrolling past it. But this looks like kitty litter boxes. If some people are asking, Valerie, very good. Some people are asking about that. She's got foil on the outside. A lot of people are asking me about that, trying to keep the heat down. And that's one thing you can do. There's a little downspouts, heated and bent the ends, like a nursery tray. They've got this really close together. That's why you can start them out like that, and then once they start to get bigger, then you can take them and transfer them into a bigger one. So that kind of saves you on space, and that keeps that continuous harvest thing going over and over again. So what we got here. So that's when they were getting ready, when it was still a little cool. That was Dan, the hillbilly. Plans. Someone's building a big old greenhouse. Who would want something like that? That's Vanessa. That's awesome. Little raised bed. Neil, is that cracky? No, there's a hose right there. Now you can set something up like this if you guys don't want to do, if you're new and you don't want to set up, like buckets and things, or you want to grow more. When I first started and I first found cracky, what they did was build a wood frame like that and made it with 2x10s or 2x12s, wrap plastic in it. Kind of like my living wall right now. If you look at the bottom, I got plastic in the bottom. Fill that up with nutrients and then put styrofoam raft on the top of it, and you can always cover with black, like landscape fabric, cut holes in it, but you can plant your stuff in there and you can start your cracky like that, and you can get a bunch of plants in like a little 4x8 spot. Has anybody else done that? Like I say, I got to go back to, oh, thanks, Keely, for putting that in. Do you think the grow wall was a good idea? What, my grow wall? Yeah, we still got one up. Like I said, it's you can go back to the other video where I was talking about it, and I'll do an update because we just got a jalapeno pepper on there. So the little experiment where we've got that going, it's like a natural one. We were trying to do the organic stuff. Hardly any nutrients. I think my son put a couple tablespoons of the Maxi Grow when it first started, and we haven't put anything in there. And we got pepper plants growing. We got jalapenos on them, and actually tomato plants still alive. The cress likes it, and the oregano's just going wild in it. One of the parsleys did not like it. I forget. I think the curly parsley didn't, but I'll do a video. It was good. It's just my yard is completely shaded. And when I put up the wall, it was black and flat like this. Let me make myself a little bigger so you can see. Right? So you can imagine a big black wall, and the sun came up behind of it. And then it went through a bunch of trees and through a bunch more trees. So I can't go out there and cut all the trees down. So I'm just stuck with it. Now, it can't get morning sun. And when it gets up around lunchtime, the ones on the top got a lot of sun. Those started to grow. And then it got filtered sun the rest of the day. But as the ones on the top grew bigger, the ones below it got even less sun from the sun coming over. They didn't even get it when it was at noon because they were under these big plants now. So it didn't really help for anything. All I was growing was like the top row. Now the bottom row would be okay if you just want to do like baby greens over and over and over again. But it didn't make use of that space. I had all that vertical space that I could use, and all I was growing was like one row on the top. So I took that down because we're going to put the milk jugs back up there. People keep on asking me about it and asking me about it. I keep getting requests and emails and all kind of questions. So every time I do one of those videos, it gets like 1 million views, and I get a ton of questions, and then they ask where it's at, and I took it down. So I'm going to put them back up and do things a little different. And this time I'm not going to set it up with a pump. We're going to do cracky style. But I'm going to, if you watch one of my other videos, I'm going to have them lined up where you can add nutrients on one and it'll flow to all the other ones. So everything in line will be done with like adding from one end. And you might have like however many rows you want to have, but then it'll be a lot easier than going and filling up 30 little containers every day, right? So we'll get into that. Now, the living wall that we have that's natural, like the hydroponics, that one was turned a little bit so that it gets morning sun now. So that one gets morning sun, but we kind of let that one go like an organic kind of experiment. It's turning into a pond in the bottom. There's tadpoles in there. There's lizards running around. Bees are coming, getting water. It's turned into like a little natural habitat. And we're growing some plants on it, and we're not throwing a ton of fertilizer in it. So we're seeing how that goes. And to me, that's a lot more fun. I can set something up, put the master blend in, plug it up, have it go on and off, and just grow a bunch of plants and just make a video. But it's kind of cool to do the little experiments in that too. Who'd somebody say that? Kohlrabi, I believe it was. We just peel it and cut it up shoestring. Okay, you fry it. You fry it. I heard some people put it in a like when they have like soup or something too. My son is helping me with plans to build a bracing framework in my shed so we can do it. Oh, that'd be cool. That's awesome. Check with I think Hillbilly Hydroponics in here still has his up. And you guys could go check out where I found it in the beginning was Together We Grow. And he's on YouTube. It's either on YouTube or Facebook. I think it's YouTube. And it's called Together We Grow. And he has one set up, and it's in Nevada. And when his was growing, it went through all the winter. He grew kale. He said he had kale that was like like that big on there. So go check him out. And he's got other experiments going on. He's in aquaponics. They go out to different establishments and set up aquaponics and that for them. And I think they're doing it like a nonprofit kind of thing. So check him out. It's in a really hot spot, and he knows more about it than I do. It was just an experiment. And what I like to do is just different. This channel, and we're showing people different things and different ways to grow. I've got a very small yard, so we only have limited space, and it's all shaded. So we keep trying to do different things, and we don't have a whole lot of room that can take something that big can take up. Otherwise, we still have it up. Keely wants it up, just like when I took down the milk jugs. She's like, "What are you doing?" Then I got rid of the downspouts. She's like, "You're crazy." And I took the living wall down, and she's just like, "I'm done." Let's see. They're talking about their tomatoes didn't do too well. Heat and the slugs. Yeah, it's just brutal out there. We got a bunch of, I'm glad we just got cherry tomatoes. Keely can't really eat tomatoes, and she can't have like red ones. It's a histamine thing, but she can have uh, yellow. And the closest we found that was available for us to go get right now was a golden one. And we had those set up, a bunch of cherry tomatoes, but those we had, a bunch of those come in the buckets. And then we just let the plants go because it was just getting so hot, and they were out in the sun, and it was just, it was a whole lot more fun playing with the living wall and having, like somebody was saying something about the waterfall on that, right? And just having a waterfall on that going all the time. Let's see, Tracy and Chris. Let's see, I keep telling my kids and family that. Okay, you're talking to Tracy. Mike, the waterfall technique, have you tested the first and last container to see the different nutrients are and if you get any weaker? There's no way that I could test it. So this is cheap and easy. This is guerrilla gardening. This is for beginners. And I don't have any meters. If you guys are new here, you're not going to see any meters. I don't have nothing against it. If you guys want to go buy them, they're cheap. They're like $20, starting at $20. But I always want to do something that anybody could just get started and do. And I don't want to get people confused. And it would take a lot of my time to explain a million things and all of it. So I want to get on, and I focus on beginners, getting people started, letting them have success. And then when they learn more, they move on. So I vowed never to get any meters. So you can ask Keely. The only thing I have is a little digital thermometer that I started using this year. And the reason why I had that was because I have a grill, the Blackstone griddle. We'll cook out there when it starts to cool off. And I was using it for my griddle to tell how hot it was in each zone. So I just had that. So I went out and shot it on the table to see how hot the table was, how hot the living wall. Now the living wall, it was like 94 degrees outside. The ground was 120 degrees, and the living wall was still staying at 85 degrees. So yeah, it works, especially in the heat. But no, and I don't worry about it. I put the nutrients in. If it works, it works. And I'm more Dr. Doolittle, except with plants. And I look at the plants, and if they look like they need a little more nutrients, I add a little more. And if not, I'll just add water. Most of the time, like I said, I start them out with the master blend, and I just keep refilling them. I keep it between half and 3/4, and I just keep refilling it like that. And that's why we do greens and we do plants that mature fast. And you can do it over and over again. It's that way you can have like abundance and not spend a whole lot of time, effort, and blood, sweat, and tears on like a plant, and then something go awry, and then you feel bad in that. So me, if I have like loads of kale and pak choy and stuff going at one time, and basil, and all of a sudden a whole tray of basil goes bad, I don't feel bad because I've got kale over here, and I got more basil coming behind of it, and I've got basil microgreens somewhere. And I know that if I'm just patient and wait a couple of weeks, there's going to be more coming right behind of it. So basically, that's the system that we get set up so that we have an abundance of the stuff where when we go to the store, we don't have to think, do I need basil or, all the stuff that we grow, and it's just growing in your yard. So we make it easy. I don't check nutrients. And if we're doing the cracky containers, now I'm going to line all these up. So, I don't think I'm only going like 8 feet. I think the boards are 8 feet long. So those containers of milk jugs are going to take up about a foot. There's only going to be 8 of them together. And when I put the water in, it's going to move to the next one, the next one, the next one. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of nutrient loss, and I don't think it's going to happen that quick. But I'm the world's dumbest gardener, so we'll just have to wait and see. And we're getting that set up too. We're getting all that pak choi that we had. I left some in there so that we're going to try and transfer some of that. And if it's not too hot, we're just going to try it. And if it does, it does. If not, we'll have more pak choi coming in a week, and we'll have more coming in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And, the cycle just keeps going over and over again. And if you guys, once you start doing this too, and you don't feel bad like everybody's saying, oh, it costs too much, the seeds, and like I said, you buy in bulk, you keep growing, you have fun, you'll have abundance, you have stuff when you need it. And then if you make too much, people are like, what do you do with all of that? I'm like, we cut it and we put it right back into the ground. We've got soil. We've got traditional garden going on, and we don't fertilize all of that. So it's the same thing if you do cover crops, right? If you do clover and you just do a cover crop and then you just till it in. This is, we grow microgreens, and if we have too much, most of the videos when I'm doing it, you see me cutting it, and then I say in compost. Sometimes I'm just taking it and just right down, and because we got stuff growing, there's a little garden bed here, there's a bed over there, and even where we're just walking and everywhere, we just take whatever organic matter and just toss it down, and then you're walking on it, trampling it, it's pushing it back down into there. Then you mulch on it the next year, and we just keep the cycle going again. So anything we grow, nothing really goes to waste. Nothing's like, it's not like we're cutting it and then taking all the roots and throwing it in the garbage. It's going back into Mother Nature. So we'll talk about that in other videos too. I like I said, I go down a rabbit hole and start running my mouth too much, but some people get a little confused about like the nutrients, like, well, you're feeding the plants nutrients and then you're eating it. And if, hydroponics, it's this big thing about, they don't have as much nutrients as soil grown, and people just tend to forget photosynthesis. And, the nutrients that the plants take up are actually like vitamins for us, but we still eat, right? And we still convert stuff into energy, and plants do that too. They're just a little bit different. The nutrients in that we give them, they need it for different things. They're, some of that they need just to communicate with the little microbes and stuff when they're in the soil, to tell them that they need NPK, and we'll give you this if you go get that and bring that to us. And there's this little symbiotic thing going on down there. So when it's in soil, there's all that going on. But then when it's in hydroponics, we're just giving it the NPK, what it needs, what it would send those microbes out to go get and come back. We're just have it in a form that's available for it to uptake. So it doesn't need to do all that. And that's the vitamins. And it takes that and then it uses the sunlight and it converts it into through photosynthesis and sugars and all of that. So all kinds of stuff. You can look it up, look up the Living Food Web with Dr. Lane, I think. And there's all kinds of fascinating stuff out there. But we'll go over those and other ones. You can also freeze microgreens and smoothies and cookings. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of that. We're going to irritate the neighbors. I think we've got an extra juicer now too. And once it starts to cool down a little, it's still hot. We're going to be doing some juices outside. So we'll just cut some of them microgreens. We'll juice them, get on, talk with y'all. I'm going to try to get my Wi-Fi working out there. And if not, I'm just going to have to run a cord from our router all through the house and garage all the way to the back. But when it starts to cool down in the fall, I want to live stream from out there. So I can be in the shade house. And when we're planning the stuff out, we can just do it on air with y'all like this. Then, like I said, smoothies, cooking. I got that griddle. We'll fire up the griddle and we'll just cook dinner and sit and chit chat and see what's going on with y'all. Question. Hey, somebody put a question so I can see, like, how am I getting blossom end rot in my tomatoes? How am I getting it? If anybody wants to answer that for, and she asked again, but it's basically a deficiency. And some people, I think it's calcium, and people you might not have enough calcium. So go into the Facebook group there, and as you saw that there was, let me see, I still got it up here. It's right here beside me. Make it a little bigger. There we go. So it's Keep On Growing Facebook group. Just go in there. And Keely tries to keep this really, she rules it with an iron fist. She doesn't mess around. People come in and try to spam or promote stuff too much, or anything. She just gets rid of them. I told her we don't have time for silliness and everything. So see right there, that's Neil. So you can talk with Neil. That one's got stink bug damage. But you go in there and you just take a couple of pics and put your pictures in there and ask them. And there's going to be other people with issues like you, and they all love helping each other. And that's why we try to keep this a safe space, and we try to, like, you wouldn't believe how many spam, well, you probably do if you've been on Facebook. There's spammers, bots, people with like nasty pictures, just all kinds of stuff come through. So Facebook is catching some of them, and we catch a whole lot of them, and then some of you guys report them to us. But that's my tomatoes. So that's what I grew in the buckets right there, with just a master blend, not switching the formula, not changing things up, not checking the pH, not checking the EC levels or anything. And we grew tomatoes like that, and peppers. So yeah, just go over to the group and just ask them. I'm going to go through, we're on an hour already. We'll go back through this group. I will come back because there's 20,000 people in here. Where were we at? All the way down here already? Let's go through just a couple more real quick. Y'all can see. So see somebody's having a problem, algae, ask a question. Sometimes they're just showing people what they're doing. Here's one of the little totes. That's kale. Peas. Microgreens. See, there's more tomatoes. Lettuce. Kids Who Farm. Hey, I've got to go check that one out. That looks pretty cool. There's where they're getting that set up. That's pretty cool. That big old aloe. It looks like an aloe tree. That's our kitty. Stray cat. But yeah, all kinds of stuff. Like I said, if y'all go in here and people are trying different things, experimenting, and this goes back years and years. I mean, we're only going back a couple of weeks here, guys. Somebody's got that set up. That looks cool. And I just love seeing everybody in here, like helping each other. Like I said, you can see how much goes on. So I've got all the pages. We've got everybody. There's my little doggy, Kichi. She's a tiny doggy. And I've got a lot going on, and I have a hard time coming in and just answering questions. So these people all come in here and they help each other out and everything, and it's pretty cool. It's a hydrogen bit I used. And cooking, we're going to be doing cooking. Somebody made shrimp pesto with the basil. So we'll be doing a lot of cooking in that too. All kinds of stuff going on. There's more tomatoes. And I saw a bucket. See, you can sit here all night and just look at all this stuff. Look at the buckets. So let me see. I would tell Mike, all right, Keely, calcium deficiency. I need more ideas on how to use greens and sprouts. Future videos. Yeah, we'll do that. Turn half our laundry room into indoor greenhouse. Yep. Let's see. I get that, but I'm using Master Blend. Yeah, you could. Some people still do. I said just go in there and you can just ask. Sometimes could be a dodgy batch. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the calcium nitrate, we get that from different places, and I've had some that uh, dissolve like really easy, and I've had some that have been like just really tough to get really dissolved in that and put in there. Margaret, how are you? She's always in all of our posts and saying hey, and I'm glad to finally see you in that. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Hey guys, it's over an hour right now. It's just going on an hour. I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to come on here and keep you guys for an hour and a half, 2 hours every night or whatever. But there's plenty more to see in that group. Let me pop this off. We're gonna have fun if people get confused. Like I said, I just want to come on here and talk with y'all, make myself available. So it's just friendly chit chat. That's why I'm calling it garden chat. If any other people want to come up and chat, they can. Other gardeners, people have a channel, want to come on here, just like Tracy did the first night. Marty was on here. So if people want to do that, we're just having it open, and there's going to be several nights where it's just me talking. And to me, this is a lot easier than trying to schedule an interview and trying to get together on a certain day or certain hour and just me and them talking for like an hour. I'd rather just be like, we're coming in, having coffee and just answering some questions. So this whole month when I'm getting the online course together and I'm making videos and putting that together, packing orders and doing that, I figure I can take an hour out of my night and come on, make myself available. You guys need help, we'll do that. Hey, before we go, 35 of y'all still in here. Let's give away another batch of these real quick, since some of y'all said you didn't see your name. Okay? Ask not to skip. Ask not to skip. I'm so glad I caught the live. Cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're going to be going on a whole lot, and we're going to do other things. I'm just kind of getting it together. We're going to be doing, I've got little games and that and trivia and different things that will pop in now and then. And so we're going to have different things, but this first like week is just me getting back into the rhythm of getting my stuff set up and the microphone and all of this. And just like I had everything set up and I went to go live and it said, we can't find your microphone. So I had to shut, it says, try, going back out and come back in. So I was ready to go and I had to go out and come back in. Oh, I got to get the StreamYard giveaway thing again. Let's try to do a little easier hashtag. How about just yes, right? Now let me add to stage. Sorry guys, there's lots of buttons that I got to push here. Share screen, giveaway tool. All right, let's see if y'all can see that. I was trying to ask if it was okay to ask if there are people in my local area. Yeah, that's fine. Anybody, and if people want to, like I said, I want this to be, I just don't do anything crazy and just go meet strangers anywhere or anything. But if people want to connect, and just ask, and if there's people like in Florida or New York or the Northeast or something, and you guys, we all have different growing environments and different seasons. We're in different growing zones. Right now, it's just hot and humid and sweaty down here, and it's like a sauna. It's been raining for 3 days. We're all living in different spots, so we can give basics and general things, or if you're growing indoors, but it helps to ask people that are in your same environment doing the same thing, because we're going to have a whole lot of different things going on with humidity and pest and different things here that's going on where you live. So yeah, everyone can do that. Did I put that? Hold on 1 second. I don't think I did it yet. You guys, we'll try it. Hashtag yes. Oh, choose a live stream. All right, I was running my mouth. Hold on. Exclude winners when doing multiple draws. Okay. All right, hashtag yes. And if you put it up there already, you got to put it in again because I just put it on there. So hashtag yes, and we'll do another set of 3 of these. And I get that shipped out when I'm packing up my orders and that. So we got Lisa, Tina, Carol. Cheryl's asking if anyone's in Indian River down around Florida. Indian River. Is that around Cocoa or something? I think my brother used to live in Satellite Beach. Is that the area down there? Carol, Arian, Carrie, Raynor, Two Spooked. All right. Let me see how many. I'm going to hit collect names and we'll see how many people are in here. Start collecting comments. All right. It's got 6 so far. Did I pull it out? There we go. I'm not an expert at this yet, but I will be one day. It's up to 13. Tracy. Raynor, Too Spooked. Carrie. We'll give everybody just a few more minutes and then we'll go ahead and draw that and then I'll let y'all go for the night. How's that? I appreciate y'all popping in and just talking, y'all keeping me company. And if you guys have any ideas or topics or anything y'all want to do and just to pass some time, talk about, or if you got questions and want topics for me to cover, let me know and we'll cover those different nights. Let's see what we're up to. 13. Hashtag yes, hashtag yes. All right. So if it doesn't get everyone, it might be that it's picking up like just YouTube or just Facebook or something like that. There's something funky with Facebook, and there's a lot of people get on Facebook and they can't comment because there's some setting somewhere you have to go in and allow something. There's a permission that you have to do on Facebook. So there's a lot of people that are watching. They jump on Facebook and they can't comment. All right, so what about if we have a countdown now? Is everybody ready? We'll see if your name pops up there. I'll make this full screen so you can see a little better. How's that? I'm not taking up much of the screen. Arian. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. See, I saw Carrie, I saw Lisa, I saw Beth, I saw Too Spooked, I saw Carol, I saw Carrie, I saw Beth. Lisa, gavel, winner. Cool deal. Oh, you know what? Can y'all hear that? Forgot I had buttons. We get a little excited about it. All right, cool. Congratulations. There we are. I still got my thing up there, Gmail. And last night Keely gave away one of her rocks to Juliana. And I'm going to give away, Keely's painting some more. She's going to paint some koi rocks. They're really popular in her shop and that. They look like they're in a pond and it's a little koi on the rock. They're real cool. They're like Zen. And she's going to be painting some that says different herbs, basil, rosemary, all of that stuff. And she told me she'll give me a lot of them to give away too. So we'll have all kinds of stuff for y'all. We're having fun. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Let me pop this off. And I'm going to go ahead and put music on and let this run for about 5 minutes and y'all can say goodnight and everything to everybody. Let's see. What's that? Congratulations. Need to share that cookie. That's not a cookie. That's my halo. I'm an angel. But that's not a big cookie. This is a big cookie. That's macadamia nut and white chocolate. So we'll see that in other videos and that too. Alrighty, guys. Love y'all. We'll catch y'all later.